Hi, Miss Helga. I'm Samantha, your physical therapist. You can call me Sam. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. What brings you into physical therapy today?
I hurt my leg during a fall, and my doctor just recommended PT.
Okay. And have you ever been to therapy before?
No, honestly, I wasn't sure if I wanted to come to therapy. My friend had a really bad experience, and she said it was painful, and I'm just really scared to be here right now, and that you're going to hurt my leg again. I just don't know if I can do this.
Okay. I could completely understand that. Physical therapy can be uncomfortable at first, but ultimately our goal is to avoid pain. So in order to do that, I'm going to encourage you to keep an open line of communication with me. And in this, we can develop a plan that's going to help and not hurt you. Does that sound good?
Okay, I can try giving it a shot. I don't have another option. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here today. Today is going to be about getting to know you and what brings you into therapy so that we develop the best plan of action that gets you back to doing what you love. How's that sound?
Okay, good.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm actually a dancer at SeaWorld. I don't know if you've seen me, but I play the role of Punky.
I think I have. That's really neat. How long have you been doing that for?
For about 2 years now.
Okay. And what is a typical day at work like for you?
I dance and in animal costumes, and I perform for concerts, and now I'm very proud to say that I've actually been working for 2 years. So I'm a trainer for the incoming costume dancers.
Wow, so like a promotion?
Yes.
That is very impressive. How has your injury impacted your ability to work?
Well, I've actually been using crutches, and it's a little hard to teach the incoming costume dancers, but it's hard to really do anything. But I just try to get by with the crutches, and it kind of helps. It just makes everything slower.
Okay, I understand that. We'll get to the crutches in a bit, but in addition to your work life, are you active within the community?
No, not really, but I'd really like to start being active for the San Antonio Pets Alive.
That'd be a great idea. That sounds great. Pets are wonderful. And going back to what you said, I could understand how not dancing could be a bummer. But based off the information I have here, your imaging shows some damage to the area, but the muscle's intact, which is a good thing for us. We can definitely work with that. And you have a few good motivators like dancing, getting back to your job, and that's definitely going to help our case. What else do you enjoy? What are your hobbies?
Occasionally I go to happy hour and to have a couple of martinis with my dancer friends.
Awesome. Who doesn't love a good happy hour, right? Do you smoke?
No, well, I just smoke weed with my friends every now and then, and it kind of helps with my anxiety.
Okay, noted. I'll ask you a few more questions about your anxiety later in our interview. What do you do for exercise?
So I started trying to lose weight, and I started a running program about 8 months ago, and I was doing really well with it. I was actually consistent, and I felt great about my workouts routine and schedule.
Wow, very admirable. I'm positive we'll get you back to running in no time. And where is your pain, to get straight into the injury?
Okay, it's actually on the back of my left leg right here.
Okay. So, could you confirm that it is right here?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have pain anywhere else?
No, just there.
Okay, so no pain at the low back, none at the hips, the feet. No. Okay. And how would you describe this pain that you're experiencing at your leg?
It's actually like very, very stiff and just achy all the time.
Okay, very achy and stiff. Have you ever experienced numbness and tingling through the area?
No, none of that, just achy.
Okay. And to get a better idea of your pain on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain, 10 being the worst pain, how would you rate your pain?
It just depends on what I'm doing throughout the day. It's not really consistent.
Okay, understandable. At your best, how would you rate your pain?
Best 0.
Okay.
Sometimes I have no pain.
And at your worst, how would you rate your pain?
It's about a 6.
Okay. At rest, how would you rate your pain?
Well, like right now, just sitting is at a 1.
Okay. And I'm going to assume that you do some sitting at work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Excellent. And during activity, how would you rate your pain?
It gets bad really fast, so I want to say about a 6.
Okay, and that could be, say, when you're walking around, doing your normal day-to-day.
Walking and dancing.
Okay. Understandable. So to make sure I have this correctly, at your best, you're at a 0, meaning no pain. At your worst, you're at a 6. At rest, when you're sitting at your office, you're at a 1. Okay. And during activity, your pain is usually at a 6.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. And what makes your leg pain worse?
When I'm walking and dancing, it's when it's worse.
Okay. And what relieves your pain?
Sometimes I just try resting or taking medicine and occasionally icing.
Okay, all good things. And how long does it take for your pain to go away when you walk or dance?
I want to say about in between 5 to 10 minutes to go away after it starts hurting really bad.
Good deal. Is there anything outside of your leg pain that really bothers you?
My arms actually, since I was using the crutches, it's just a lot of, just really painful in my arms.
Okay. And how long have you been using these crutches?
For about a month, like 4 weeks.
Okay, so about the time that you got hurt or fell?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And where did you get these crutches?
I had them from my hip surgery, actually, a while back.
Okay. And did someone advise you to use these crutches this time around?
No, I just thought that it would help me since it helped me with my hip.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll reassess how you're walking today after our initial treatment, and we can make a decision on whether to keep the crutches or lay off the crutches, but ultimately I want you to get back to walking comfortably, okay? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's talk about your pain and how it feels throughout the day. So how does your leg feel in the morning?
Very stiff. I just wake up with it hurting, and then throughout the day it kind of gets a little warmer, and so it helps.
Warmer, that's a good word to use. Certainly. Let me see. So that is morning, pretty rough, stiff. Throughout the day, you feel like it gets warmer. And how does your leg feel through the night?
It actually feels better since I'm not moving, so it feels better.
Okay, so you really like rest. Gotcha. Yeah. And does your pain ever wake you from your sleep?
No, never.
Okay, good. To move on here, I understand medication makes your pain feel better. What medications are you taking and how often?
So whenever it starts hurting, I usually just take Mobic, and my doctor prescribed that.
Okay. And I also see you have a history of anxiety. Are you currently seeking treatment for that?
No, I'm actually just doing what I really like to do, and so that kind of helps me with the anxiety. Okay. And just spending time with my friends, and I occasionally smoke weed to help me with that too.
Okay, I understand. And have you experienced a change in your anxiety since your injury?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to actually help coming to PT, and I feel like I'm not really going to be able to dance with all the stress on my leg.
Okay, so a little worrisome.
Yeah.
I understand. And we'll work on those things, but I definitely want you to let me know if your status changes in regard to your anxiety throughout treatment so that we can get you help if needed.
Okay.
Awesome. And do you have any medical history that you did not fill out here?
No, I filled out everything.
Okay. Any notable family medical history, such as heart disease, diabetes?
Actually, I think my grandma and my mom had episodes with breast cancer, so that's in our family.
Okay. And have you talked to your primary doctor about screenings and prevention for breast cancer?
Yeah, actually, he recommended that, and I've been meaning to. I just haven't had time with everything that I'm doing. And it's stressful.
Gotcha. I understand. Life moves fast, but I am going to suggest you set a target date in the near future to get those things hammered down because your health is very important. Okay. And really quick, I just want to ask a question about your living environment. Are you having any issues getting around your home?
No, actually, I still live with my parents, and they kind of help me out. And it's really small. It's a small house, so I don't really have to move much, and so resting, which helps me.
Wonderful. And, okay, let's get straight into it. How did you hurt your leg?
I was actually standing on the top edge of a heavy pot, and I was going to hang some flowers, and I just lost my balance and fell down, and the back of my leg has been hurting ever since.
Okay, gotcha. And how tall was that pod?
It was about 3 feet tall, I want to say.
Okay, that was a good fall. Can you describe how you felt? Maybe show me with your unaffected side.
Sure.
Whatever's comfortable for you.
I was actually so I fell right on my heel, and so my dog was following me around, and I didn't want to step on him, so I was just trying to avoid him, and my leg it hurt really bad right away after I fell right on my heel, so it was stretched completely out straight.
I gotcha. I could picture that. And you sound like a very good dog mom. Totally spared your dog there. How long was this? How long was your fall?
I want to say about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago. All right. That's accurate with our timeline here. 4 weeks. How long did you wait to get your leg checked out?
I actually immediately went to the ER. I got scared and I thought like I had actually broken my leg, and they just said that I didn't, and they referred me to PT with you.
Okay. Gotcha. And what are you expecting out of physical therapy?
Well, I'm not sure physical therapy is for me, honestly, and I'm really scared of getting hurt, but I want to get better, and I just want to get back to dancing and to perform as Punky without being worried and hurting.
Right. That's a valid concern. I hear you. Like I mentioned, I want to make this a comfortable process for you, and my main goal is to get you better. So based off what I've seen today, I feel very optimistic about the success that we'll see throughout your treatment. And just to get a better picture of things, do you have any previous injuries?
Yes, well, the reason why I had crutches was for my right hip. When I was cheerleading, I was, I think, about 18 years old, and I injured it, so that's the only thing that I had surgery on, my right hip, and now this pain.
Gotcha. And has this given you any issues since?
Well, when I dance, it kind of starts hurting, but I just try to ignore it, and I just keep going. It's not too bad.
Okay. We'll keep a close eye on that throughout treatment. And what are your goals for physical therapy?
I would really like to not use my crutches anymore. I just want to get around and do my job, and I really want to be Punky again and start dancing and do my job right. And I just want to get back to running also, since the program that I started doing. Just anything to make my pain go away. I just want it to be easy on me.
Okay. I completely understand, and I think being able to walk, dance, and run again are very attainable goals. You have great motivation, so I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to help you along the way. I'm going to be teaching you different exercises, reintroducing movement to your leg, and also working on some strengthening. What would you say is your learning style? Do you prefer to see things on paper? Do you prefer demonstrations or verbal instruction?
Well, I would say I'm kind of used to dancing, so how they do it is just verbal and demonstrating. So I think that's probably the best way I can learn.
Okay, sounds good. I'll make note of that, and that completes this portion of our interview. So we'll continue. We'll get some measurements and run some screenings, some exams to get a clearer picture of what's going on. Sound good?
Sure.
Wonderful. What's your password?